woman, pardon me, when they rented the house. But over time, we're into our third season now, and she really loves the girls, except for she is as much a part of the group in caring about each other and supporting each other as any of the others. And that was a big change from the pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really are, like, we are the Four Musketeers at this point. We are all in this thing together.
It is a true ensemble show. I mean, I can't imagine doing this with anybody, but we truly do support one another. In fact, the entire show on Stage 19 is all about, it's a family. We are an ensemble. The writers, the producers, the casting, everything about us is one for all and all for one.
Yeah, Bobby comes running into me. I was just shooting a scene with Dawn, and she says, "Don't put your head up like that. We can see right up your nose." You know, she's just watching the whole
I mean,
we'll run in and give each other.
We have each other's backs.
We had Huey Lewis on the show this week, again, which is a dream. But he sits on, everyone sits on the set and watches what's going on when they're not in the scene because you don't want to miss anything. Last week we had Betty and Steve Lawrence and John Mahoney and Frank Caliendo, and we're all sitting around and Betty's telling us how Burt Reynolds and Dinah Shore met and fell in love at their house, and Dinah Shore painted a painting. Where did you get to hear that? Sitting around on a 5-minute break on Hot in Cleveland.
Or 10 minutes.
Yeah. We do a lot of schmoozing.
Probably no one in the history of comedy and television knows it better than Carl Reiner.
No.
He is part of the culture of television, starting with humor, right? What makes this show special? Well, a veteran like yourself.
The same thing that makes any show special, I call it the foreground, which is the very attractive, very talented actors. That's the first thing. That's why you tune in. And then if those actors say dumb things, you don't tune it in again. And if the actors have good words to say and deliver them beautifully, you tune in every week.
Or legs like that.
Or legs like that. This has nothing to do with anything. But I'm doing 2 shows. I mean, I do guest spots on this show, and I do a guest thing on another show. I play a guy called Murray, a Jewish guy on both shows. I don't know how they figured that out. But on the other show is called Cleveland. It's a cartoon show. And I play...
Oh, that great cat. It's a spin-off from Family Guy.
Family Guy. So I'm doing Hot in Cleveland. I'm waiting for that 3rd show because they do come in 3s. So I don't know, maybe the Cleveland Browns, I'll be the manager of the team.
I'll use you right now, Carl.
John, how often do you appear?
Say it again?
John.
Oh.
On this show?
Yeah. No, what other show?
Well, I was on the Emmys in '86, maybe 7. Nominated. Choice, I got 2 nominations. And did you know 2 nominations equals 1 win? Well, I've been on once, but I would love to go back.
Just once?
Yeah, just once.
Well, so far, I don't know. It's not up to me.
We would have had
If it was up to me, I'd be back a lot and I'd be paid a lot
By the
more.
way,
Before that, everybody was so nice and welcoming every day. It was the nicest cast. It was the nicest show I've ever worked on. There was, because, you know, you're a stranger, you're a guest, and all of you 4 women, everybody, the writers and everyone, made me feel so at home and just so relaxed and wanted that you could, all I had to do is show up and have fun and be funny. And it was fantastic. But I think one reason the show is super funny, what I'm noticing is watching that reel, is a lot of those jokes, if it was on network, they'd be in the first day and then they'd cut it. They wouldn't, because they flatten everything out. And this, you get to do the really, really funny jokes and leave it in.
You know, you bring up a great point, though, because being on TV Land, they have really they are an amazing network to be on. And
I've created shows for networks, and it's just been a completely different experience. From day one, they were fans. Like, they looked at the script as
Don't let us go.
No. We're you know what's so funny is
No,
We can talk later.
it was great. I mean, usually when you do a pilot, there's this air of tension the whole week, and at some point the president of the network shows up, and everyone's nervous, and it's just this sort of stomach-wrenching week.